Guys, I had an appointment today, and it was interesting. So, you guys remember when I was doing couples therapy? Didn't go super well, but we did get some things out, and there was some insights made. Understanding was broadened in some departments, and others not so much. But I wasn't particularly fond of this therapist because she made assumptions about things before getting the full picture, and I don't think that's effective. But also, we weren't in a place where we individually could work through couple problems because we have so many individual problems. This therapist thought I had DID. I decided, you know, I've had so many psychiatrists and therapists diagnose me that maybe I need to get a formal evaluation done, because, you know, all of the things that I've been diagnosed with have been based on not full diagnostic evaluations, first off, but also some have been based on very little interaction with me. So I did go ahead and go through with getting a formal evaluation done with a clinical psychologist. It was fucking expensive. But I feel like all these medicines being prescribed to me, all this shit that's not working, maybe it's because doctors are trying to treat the symptoms rather than the disease. And we don't know what the disease is. We have maybe an inkling, maybe not. So I went ahead and got an evaluation done. And I did a follow-up meeting with this clinical psychologist, and she proposed some scary ideas. Yeah, that's the only way that I can describe it. I knew from like my trauma history and from the things that I say that I experience, I knew that there was going to be some concern. But what she suggested, I'm not sure is something that I was ready for, to be honest. She wants me to do inpatient. And not just, you know, for a couple weeks. Like a few months. I guess I thought, you know, I'm not that sick. There's not that much wrong with me. I haven't gotten the results back yet. She just wanted to do a follow-up after doing a talk with the other psychologist that I talked to. I guess I could tell you how it worked. So I had a like almost 3-hour meeting with a colleague of hers. We talked at length about just me and my experiences. Then I took a test, like on paper evaluation. That took about an hour. It probably would have taken longer. I'm just used to taking those kind of things, like bubbling in things, so for a different person it might take longer. It might be shorter. But it took me an hour. Yeah, I had 2 of those evaluations that I did. One was like 300 something questions, the other one was 100 something. 128. And I think 372. After that, I waited a pretty long time for her to talk to the sex therapist, the couples therapist that I had seen, because she has a lot of knowledge about me, even though I think her conclusions aren't the best. I do think she has a good amount of knowledge about me. She also talked to Diglett, who is also pretty knowledgeable about me, but incredibly inattentive to not just my behaviors, but my thoughts and feelings. So I have two semi-reliable witnesses, I guess, for this testimony. But yeah, she did interviews with those two people, talked to the colleague of hers that I did the initial interview with, and looked at my test results and tabulated some shit. She's not entirely done, because today I did let her know of some new things that she did not know about, and so that's why we did the follow-up, is to, I guess, go to the source, because she is the lead on this project, and I hadn't really talked to her, not really about like my ness, but yeah, that's how it went. It took about a month. Yeah, it took about a month. And tomorrow I should get the full report with all the results and the feedback. And I already know some of the suggestions. And inpatient is not my bag. I mean, it's like school. It's a thing that you can be good at, which, as we know, is a thing that's a problem for me. I have this really, I have a good ass fucking knack. I have a great knack for pretending that I'm okay and giving out minimal information to make it seem like I'm being open when I'm not. I'm very good at doing that. And it's a defense mechanism. It's a preservation tool that I use in order to get through life with the least resistance and confrontation and pain. And I'm not entirely certain if I can turn that shit off. So going to inpatient would probably end up being not wholly effective because I'm a fucking liar. But also, I don't like, I mean, while I like regimenting my life, I like being in control of my life, I do not like regimented non-control. Because when you are an inpatient, they have control of your life, what you do, where you go, who you speak to. And 2 months of that, 3 months of that, I don't think I could volunteer to do that. And I guess I just assumed I wasn't that bad off. But yeah, I am. So, I get the results tomorrow. We'll see what's what. Deuces.